And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. We're now at 410. We need 90 more to hit our 500,000 mark. So please hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share, because the insanity, the chaos, it's not stopping. Now, look, we all know that Trump loves to attack his critics. We see it in his personal life and as president. Democratic cities and their leaders now, today, seem to be the current target, with Maryland Governor Wes Moore currently in a bit of a feud with Trump after Trump made a claim that Moore called him the greatest president of his lifetime. Moore, of course, says that this isn't true at all. Here's what he told CNN's Caitlin Collins. Play the clip.
Did you interact with him at any other point in that conversation? Did you ever tell him he was the greatest president in your lifetime?
I know this is breaking news to everybody, but the president is not telling the truth. What happened right there was when I first met the president, and then after he started talking about how I'm a good-looking guy, I started talking about the importance of the Key Bridge and how this state put on a case study on how to recover in times of crisis, that we were able to bring closure to all 6 families, to the individuals who were lost that night on the Key Bridge. And when they told us it was going to take 11 months to clear the federal channel, that this state got it done in 11 weeks. And we started talking about how it was going to get done. And then he later on invited me to come sit with him at the game. And I told him, I said, I'm good. I have my own seats. And I went to go sit with the cadets and the midshipmen. So no, I never called him the greatest. And I just find it absolutely comical that that was the way he remembered that conversation.
No, potato, tomato, tomato. What's the difference? You did, you didn't. But earlier this week, Fox News' Will Cain tried to prove that Trump's comment was actually true by playing a video of Moore and Trump talking. Didn't really work out the way he thought. Play the clip.
Knocking the hell out of him. Wes Moore is posting on social media saying that President Trump can't walk, but maybe he should walk the streets of Baltimore. It didn't take him long to respond to the president there in the Oval Office. He said, LOL, keep telling yourself that, Mr. President. It'd be wild, though, if only we had the footage that President Trump had referenced about them meeting at the Army-Navy game. And thanks to the art of the surge on Fox Nation, we have the footage.
Mr. President, welcome back to Maryland, sir. Welcome back to Maryland. It's good to see you.
In person, too.
Thank you, sir. Great to see you. Great to see you. And great to have you back here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we were very, very anxious to be able to work closely with you, and I know the Key Bridge is something that we're specifically focused on. It's going well. I mean, we spoke with Speaker Johnson yesterday, and Speaker Johnson says he believes that we're close to the 100% cost share. And the thing is, I told him when we get that 100% cost share done, we are going to be able to go over the Key Bridge under your watch, because I will have it done in 28. On time and on budget.
We'll help you out.
Thank you, sir.
We didn't hear their greatest president ever, but we did hear a lot of enthusiasm and so excited to meet you, Mr. President. Who's telling the truth? We'll let you decide.
Wait, did you just say what I thought I heard you say? He didn't say that? Oh, no, but he was enthused? Sure, he's enthused. He's still the president of the United States of America. He's still seeking the government's assistance in the response to the damage to the Key Bridge, something which is extremely important for Maryland. Sure, not 11 months, 11 weeks. What are you doing, Will? Meanwhile, Moore told Caitlin that Trump just seems to be obsessed with him. Play that clip.
Well, the president seems to be obsessed with me. Today he called me a beauty, and when I first met him, he just talked about how I was a good-looking guy. And now he just continues to make statements that are just flat out false about our state's largest city. The reality is that when I first became the governor, Baltimore in 2022 had about a homicide a day. Now, in the past 2.5 years, Baltimore and the state of Maryland have had amongst the fastest drops in violent crime anywhere in the United States. The last time the homicide rate was this low in Baltimore City, I was not born yet. And we have done it by making historic investments in law enforcement, by making historic investments in predictive technologies. And we've done it by actually working with the mayor, working with the state's attorney, working with community violence intervention groups, and working with the community to be able to ensure that people can feel safer in their neighborhoods.
Yeah. I mean, next, Baltimore is going to end up being federalized. They're going to federalize the Baltimore Police Department. Why? Well, because Governor Moore didn't capitulate. He didn't bend the knee. And this is the danger. Meanwhile, Trump isn't just obsessed with Governor Moore. He's also obsessed with California Governor Gavin Newsom. Play that clip.
Can't handle it. You have an incompetent governor there. You have an incompetent governor in California. Gavin, I know him very well. He's incompetent. He's a nice guy, looks good. Hi, everybody. How you doing? He's got some strange hand action going. I don't know what the hell.
Seriously? Now, it isn't uncommon. And again, understand, I know Trump better than all of these folks. It's not uncommon for Trump to then, of course, send his pundits after his critics. But seriously, Secretary of Transportation, well, might not just be the equal match for Gavin Newsom. Play that clip.
And by the way, let Gavin come play, but he will regret the day he messes with DOT because, again, a lot of equities we have with California, not just with regard to pulling money, but other things.
Okay, let me be very clear. This isn't even an equal fight, and what he's saying is just absolutely ludicrous. I want to remind each and every one of you the importance of a state like California to America. California's economy is the fourth largest economy in the world. If the Fed starts bothering them or interfering with their ability, for example, for financing or for money regarding roadways, that's okay. They'll just hold money back from the federal government and they will use that money. Gavin Newsom is not playing games. First of all, he's not playing games because he will use what he is legally entitled to do, but more importantly, because he sees himself as a Democratic contender for the presidency of the United States. So he's not going to give any shot to this administration to pull him down. Now, yesterday, during his cabinet meeting, Trump also went after Chicago. Play that clip.
So I would have much more respect for Pritzker if he'd call me up and say, I have a problem. Can you help me fix it? I would be so happy to do it. I don't love, not that I don't have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president of the United States. If I think our country's in danger, and it is in danger in these cities, I can do it. No problem going in and solving, his difficulties. But it would be nice if they'd call and they'd say, would you do it? And
Yeah, but it's not a problem. Or at least the governor, J.B. Pritzker, doesn't think it's a problem. By the way, you know who else doesn't think it's a problem? Oh, yeah, the mayor of Chicago. Now, let me be clear about something. Trump has always had a problem with Chicago. He has a very large building there, Trump International Hotel and Tower, Chicago, right in the dead center of Chicago. And you may remember even from my book, Disloyal, when we were sitting in the limo going to a board meeting, he turned around and he said, look at this place. Only blacks could live like this. I said, Mr. President, Mr. Trump, it's not exactly accurate. There are many, many poor white neighborhoods as well. What he wants to clean up all blighted communities. Now, there is a way to do it. It's just not militarizing the National Guard or federalizing the police department. Now, look, as I've been saying, why is Trump only going after blue cities when it's actually red states that are the ones with the biggest and the worst crime issues? Doug Burgum, well, he spoke to Caitlin Collins about the obvious targeted threats. Play the clip.
Comes to the administration is only threatening to deploy the National Guard to Democratic-led cities or Democratic-run states. There is crime in Republican-led states. Why is it only blue states or blue cities that the administration is targeting?
Well, I'd say targeting. I think that President Trump has said, and again today over and over, during our cabinet meeting when the press was there, said that, what he would like best if he got invited in. I mean, he doesn't understand why this is an issue that.
But they're saying it's not necessary to send in the National Guard.
Well, they're saying that, but again, would they not want to have federal help to help, an issue. But if you don't think you have a problem, if you don't think having some of the highest crime rates in the country is a problem, then maybe you think you don't have help. But this is just an odd thing, and I completely concur with the president when he says, like, if we're against, this administration is against crime, then the opposite position was, what, are you for crime? And so this is what seems to me should be a nonpartisan.
Okay. Why not come right back, say, Spurgeon, what's the number one crime-ridden city in America? And show them the statistics. You don't believe that? How about number two? Can we take a trifecta? What about number three? They don't do that. Meanwhile, Sean Hannity spoke then with former New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, one of the worst mayors the city has ever had, regarding crime and New York City, especially because Trump has already made it clear that he intends to federalize the police department here as well. Play the clip.
I anticipated you would say it on this program. Let me show you cities with the most homicides per 100,000 and the political party of the mayor. Take a look. St. Louis, Missouri, Democrat. New Orleans, Democratic mayor. Detroit, none. Washington, D.C., Democratic mayor. Atlanta, Democratic mayor. Indianapolis, Democratic mayor. Chicago, we know Brandon Johnson, Democratic mayors. You make these statements,
Sean,
but it's not true.
Do states have no responsibility for the safety of their people? Let's go down that list. Let's go down that list. Missouri, Republican-led state. Louisiana, Republican-led state. Georgia, Republican-led. Indiana, Republican-led. Come on. How about both parties take responsibility? How about both sides say we need to do better?
Trump is trying.
Again, there's an old expression, numbers don't lie, people do. If you go ahead and you manipulate the numbers per 100,000 and so on, because the death of one person out of 100,000 is worse than the death of one out of 10,000. Now, another way that Trump is targeting Democrats by weaponizing mortgage records, something that I know a lot about. They went after me for it. This is what he had to say on that topic yesterday. Play the clip.
About Lisa. You have spoken out very strongly for a long time about what you see as the weaponization of government.
Yeah.
Is your administration weaponizing government by digging into the mortgage records of officials you don't like?
No, they're public. I mean, you can find out those records. You can go check out the records yourself. And you should be doing that job, actually. You wouldn't do that because that's not the kind of reporter you are. But you should be doing that job. I shouldn't have to be doing it. If you did your job properly, we wouldn't have problems like Lisa Cook.
Yeah. Look, he doesn't want to answer that question. I don't blame him. But by the way, as I wrote in my Substack yesterday, let me be very clear. I will be crystal clear. I also said it on MSNBC over the weekend. I believe that Tish James, I believe that Adam Schiff, I believe that all of these individuals who have been alleged to have committed mortgage fraud in some way, shape, or form will all be indicted, and they will all feel the repercussions of this administration's Department of Justice. I am certain of it. And you could we'll come back and we'll see. Meanwhile, finally, I want to end on a clip from CNN, once again highlighting the hypocrisy of these attacks. Play the clip.
Still, Team Trump has flung mortgage fraud accusations at New York Democratic Attorney General Letitia James, who convicted Trump for falsifying business records, and Democratic Senator Adam Schiff from California.
I think Adam Schiff is one of the lowest of the low. I would love to see him brought to justice.
They both deny any violations, but Trump didn't even accuse Tulsi Gabbard of wrongdoing when she simultaneously claimed homes in Texas and Hawaii. Trump made her his director of national intelligence.
Of course, it's hypocrisy. And that's why Tulsi Gabbard will stay in line. She will march to the Trump tune. If not, he'll just do it to her too. Because that's just how he works. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.